watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, war veterans remembered. The Progressive Liberal Party honors 70. Plans to memorialize the late Dr. Perry Gomez announced. And in sports, the NPBA officially kicks off. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, starts now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jimenita Swain, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Thanks so much for tuning in. At the 11th hour, on the 11th month of the year 1918, a ceasefire brought to end the atrocities of World War I. The moment would be forever memorialized as Remembrance Day. And today, on Remembrance Sunday, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, members of the government, the judiciary, the clergy, and officers of armed forces gathered at the nation's cathedral this morning to commemorate the occasion. Here's Anthony Smith.
Today, we remember the sacrifices of the brave.
Let us remember before God and commend to his sure keeping those who died for their country in war.
The valiant, courageous, and bold sons of this soil for whom we celebrate Remembrance Day. A somber Sunday service at Christ Church Cathedral marking the end of an age-old battle and the men who selflessly fought when the worlds were at war.
Their sacrifices serve as a powerful reminder of the cost of war and remind us of the urgency to seek alternatives. Let us remember their bravery and commitment to a better world, and let their sacrifice inspire us to be agents of peace.
The Very Reverend Harry Bain translating their sacrifices then into today's time, highlighting the figurative war in our streets that has become the epidemic of gun violence.
Whether it be shootings, homicides, or what I choose to call ambush-style executions, the consequences are devastating. In our beloved Bahamas, being, you've heard this from me before, being out on bail for murder or attempted murder has become a death sentence.
For this, the Reverend asks us all, lawmakers, policymakers, civil society, and the church, to take on the mantra of veterans and be agents of change.
But with God's guidance and our collective efforts, change is possible. Let us commit ourselves to the pursuit of peace, both in our homes and in our communities. Let us remember that peace is not an elusive dream, but a tangible goal within our reach.
So, lest we forget. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Antoine Smith.
From there, civic leaders, dignitaries, and members of uniformed branches assembled at the Garden of Remembrance, paying tribute to the brave men and women who served their country during World Wars I and II. World War veterans remembered through hymns and prayers during a solemn service this afternoon. Wreaths were laid at the foot of the cenotaph by numerous government officials, including Deputy to the Governor General Ruby Ann Darling and Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, as well as those from the Diplomatic Corps. Officers of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force firing a 21-gun salute to the fallen heroes. The last repose and reveille also executed, a military tradition performed during Remembrance Day observances globally, symbolizing the soldier's last duty of sitting and his rising above his mortal duties. Well, the Cabinet Office announcing that an official funeral service will be held for the late Reverend Right Honorable Dr. Michael Perry Gomez, former Cabinet Minister and Director of the National HIV/AIDS Program, on Tuesday, November 14th at 11 a.m. at St. Agnes Anglican Church, Blue Hill Road, Grantstown. Interment will follow at St. Agnes Cemetery, Nassau Street. The body will lie in state in the foyer of the House of Assembly from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Monday, November 13th. Viewing for the general public will be from 12:30 to 5 p.m. on Monday as well. The service will be broadcast live via the ZNS radio network from St. Agnes Anglican Church beginning at 11 a.m. In other news, with more than 80 murders already on the books this year and the victims predominantly young Bahamian men, the anti-crime campaign called Too Much Man Dead is hoping to be one of the solutions needed to fight the crime war. The aim is to serve as a positive outlet for our young men by providing conflict resolution counseling, mentorship, and trade services. Already, the campaign has made its presence felt in the Kennedy subdivision and hopes to move about across the capital over the next few days. Here's founder Jesna Dalmont.
I preach in this message of the campaign, which is love, self-control, peaceful conflict resolution. We believe that when persons continue to hear the positive things, that it will enter into their subconscious and in their spirit and cause them to start to rethink about what they're doing. Not only is the message what we're pushing, we also have programs in this campaign such as training programs for persons who may be interested in auto mechanic repair. We have a person here on the team who's an auto mechanic. We also have training for persons who would be interested in appliance repair. I myself, I'm an appliance repair technician. We also have persons who are part of the team that's involved in carpentry. So if they want to take up a trade or whatever in carpentry, all of those things are available within this campaign.
Still to come in the weekend edition, cabinet ministers laud their ministry's accomplishments, the details of that and more after the break.
We are New Life Natural Company Limited, and we have actually been in the community for now 13 years, serving in the health field. Our diets is probably one of the most poorest diets actually in the Caribbean, and we are really low in the world. As a result of our diet, we are actually inheriting all of these different diseases. So we need to kind of like shift the way how we eat and shift it to eating more healthier food. So we at New Life here, we are trying to change the paradigms. We are actually introducing tasty, healthy options. And so hopefully this SPDC initiative will actually create the awareness, help us to have an understanding of what we are doing, why we are doing it, and help us to begin to shift this paradigm of proper eating, proper dieting, and proper fitness. So our motto is eat well, be well, and let your food be your medicine.
For more information about the Fitness and Wellness Initiative, contact the SPDC at 461-7232.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. These 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey, good to go. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. Cause if it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. If it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
The Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation and the Access Accelerator Small Business Development Center have joined forces once again. Their mission, to provide much-needed support to small and medium-sized businesses through avenues like financing, property access, and partnerships. This partnership actually kicked off in July of 2019, and now they've renewed their commitment.
Today, I am elated to see the collaboration between BAIC and SPDC come full circle as we signed another memorandum of understanding We have provided entrepreneurs with land for farming and touristic development and assist with business plans for their project. But many of them continue to be challenged because of lack of funding.
Since Chairman Major took charge, approximately 250 individuals have been given the opportunity to acquire land for a range of purposes, mainly on Abaco and Eleuthera. That said, BAIC General Manager Troy Sampson says there's also been an aggressive effort by the corporation to have land leased.
There's been a number of leases that took place on the island of Abaco, where we have some 20,000 plus acres, as well as on Eleuthera, where we have approximately 3,000 acres. And we've had a lot of uptake over the last 2 years with regard to leases. And so a lot of those persons who are looking at using the land either for industrial, for agricultural, or touristic purposes will benefit now from this arrangement with SPDC, because oftentimes, and especially with leased land where the land cannot be held as collateral, a government guarantee can do wonders to permit them to get funding.
Now, when it comes to financial assistance, Samantha Roll, the executive director of SBDC, has some insights to share.
The SBDC provides funding through loan, equity, as well as grant. Through our flagship program, the Guaranteed Loan Program, we can provide funding up to $1 million and guarantee up to 90%. That particularly are within special cases. Usually, we provide funding up to $500,000 and guarantee up to 75% for that particular program. However, the SBDC have a number of other programs, grant-related as well, that can support within the work and any clients that come through this arrangement.
Roll says this signing is extremely timely as the month of November marks National Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises Month.
A month focused on highlighting and celebrating micro, small, and medium-sized businesses throughout the Bahamas for their economic impact, community involvement, and resiliency, specifically during turbulent times.
Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Thanks for staying with us. Energy Minister JoBeth Colby Davis bringing further clarity to the issue of BPL imposing a fee on its customers who pay their monthly bills late. BPL had been considering a $5 late fee for those customers as a means of slashing its $100 million accounts receivable. But late last week, the government said no such fee would be imposed right now. Colby Davis says the fee was just a proposal which BPL had previous approval to help it with getting its finances in shape.
It was just a discussion point that was picked up, and not to say that that is full-fledged where they're going. I want to assure the Bahamian public that we are focused on bringing reliable and affordable electricity to Bahamians, and before there can be any discussion of anything else, I have to make sure that my priorities are in order and it's aligned with bringing relief to the Bahamian public, and that's where my focus is.
Well, the 55th Annual Progressive Liberal Party National Convention climaxing with a gala banquet at the Balma Resort, Cable Beach, Saturday. It was an evening of pomp and pageantry as 70 persons who contributed towards the growth and development of the Progressive Liberal Party received high honors during a gala reception. The ball was a part of the events marking the PLP's 70th anniversary. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis applauding the officers for their commitment and fight for over 50 years. Well, during the PLP's final night of convention, several cabinet ministers spoke about the government's continuing commitment to bring about social change for Bahamians. Minister of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the Honorable Miles Larota, telling delegates about the significant strides his ministry is making to provide hope and help to Bahamians, particularly residents in Grand Bahama.
We're talking about 200 people either confirmed to their posts or promoted. Over 300 homes that has been repaired. And I can speak to this because I was in Grand Bahama this week and last week and the week before. I hear the concerns of individuals, but I also hear the compliments and the love of West Grand Bahama and Bimini for the Progressive Liberal Party.
Well, Minister of Works and Family Island Affairs, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, Minister for Grand Bahama, Ginger Moxie, and Energy Minister JoBeth Colby Davis outlined some of the government's accomplishments during his first term in office.
For our PLP government, we have actioned over $1.5 billion in signed new investments in Grand Bahama since coming to office. The FNM had 4.25 years to do this and couldn't move the needle.
In Central and South Eleuthera alone, we are building subdivisions, providing affordable homes for Bahamians. We are paving roads from the north to the south. We are putting money on the ground. We are building medical facilities, renovating airports, growing the economy.
Now, there are some who will have you believe that we have not done anything. But I implore you, my PLPs and fellow Bahamians, do not be deceived. If you don't believe me, ask the scores of Bahamians who are now homeowners. If you don't believe the new homeowners, ask the dozens of taxi drivers who are now business owners and no longer leasing taxi plates.
It's about the size of a yo-yo, but according to executives at the Water and Sewerage Corporation, it packs quite the powerful punch. It's the artificial intelligence device the Water Utility Corporation is now using to detect leaks in water pipes throughout the capital. A new technique employed as a result of a collaboration between WSC and water operator Maya Bahamas. The devices are programmed and attached to water meters for a period of 24 hours, where it compares the sounds in the surrounding pipes to those programmed into a database. Here's WSC General Manager Robert Deal with more on how it works.
This device, it generally pinpoints the general area of the leak, and then they come in and deploy a human who will then come out and physically confirm that the leak is present. But the AI device, of course, is going to help us tremendously in terms of improving our efficiency and our leak detection, and thereby reducing our non-revenue water here in New Providence.
Well, My Bahamas lead manager Rohan Thomas explaining the success rate of the bite-sized device thus far.
To date, we have deployed over 600 of these devices, and it has produced some 76 areas of interest, of which 20 have been confirmed leaks. These results, these initial results, we started basically from the last week in September. These results to current, to date, suggests and indicates that this technology is working.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
Hi, Phil Swift here for the Flex Seal family of flood protection products. Our flood protection products are specifically designed to work together in order to create multiple layers of super strong protection. All these windows, doors, seams, and openings have all been sealed up tight. Now there's a new way to protect your home or business from damaging floodwaters. Get the removable Flex Seal family of flood protection products.
agriculture program at R.M. Bailey Senior High School is back in full swing after several years of being dormant.
We haven't had an agriculture program since, I think it was 2011 or 12. And so we're so excited to have our agriculture teacher, and our students are so excited, especially our male students.
It benefits the school because it makes it look more aesthetic, because it's more beauty and colors. And when it grows bigger, we get more shade from it. We can put a bench under it, and people get chill.
We entered into a competition last year, earlier this year for forestry week, and we placed second. And we won a prize of 2 benches and 2 trees, one of which is a Lincoln Vitae, and the one right behind me is the mahogany tree. So we received our prizes sort of late, so this just was a perfect opportunity for us to actually have this initiative where we plant a tree in the school.
Minister of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, visited the agriculture students as they planted a mahogany tree on the school's campus recently.
Agriculture is something that's been very underrated, but in fact, it is perhaps the most important endeavor. And today in agricultural practices, it's so modernized, and the opportunities so diverse and so interesting, and the opportunities for young people are immense. And so to be here today and see these young men engage in the practices in the planting of this tree has been really very heartwarming and inspiring, actually.
Johnny McIntosh for Ed Talk.
Do you hear that? That's Junkanoo. And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkanoo parades, the most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkanoo advertising package and be a part of Junkanoo on the ZNS TV network.
This is ZNS Total Sports. ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Bear, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
Welcome to your Sunday Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. New Providence Basketball Association's 2023-2024 opening night taking place last evening at the Kendall G. Lozics Gymnasium. It featured a matchup of the last 2 D1 champions in the league, defending champs, the Commonwealth Bank Giants, and the discount distributor Rockets, who won it all in 2021. The league under a new helm with President Ricardo Smith back for a second stint in the top chair. Of course, the game was broadcasted last night right here on the ZNS Television Network. On the hardwood, though, the champs wouldn't miss a beat. The Giants picking up right where they left off, cruising to a 104-89 win. Jackson Jacob was player of the game.
Yeah, most definitely this statement game is the beginning of the season, so we wanted to send a statement to everyone, not just them, but the whole league, that this is a new year, new rules, new president. We're actually playing for something, so it has a more meaningful to it. And yeah, we just wanted to come out, play together, and get the first game going. Main thing in practice and all year long, and then going straight up to this game, our main thing was focus on defense, because we know that the offense automatically going to come along because just because of our team, that we have a lot of offensive weapons at every different angle and every different position. So the offense weren't an issue. Our main focus was on defense for the whole 40 minutes.
In track and field news, Blue Chip Athletics seeing 2 more of its throwing prospects sign Division I scholarships this week. Queens College graduates Shan Brown and Caden Cartwright signed their names on the dotted line to attend Mississippi State. The event taking place at the Empire Fitness Gymnasium. They became the 12th and 13th athletes from Blue Chips to go D1. Of course, the club headed by Corrington Maycock. Congratulations to those young athletes. Yesterday, we revealed that the ITF U14 Junkanoo Bowl got underway at the National Lawn Tennis Center with a number of top regional competitors in action. BLT official says the event serves as a great litmus test for some of our younger players.
Right, it's a golden opportunity for them, because normally in local tournaments they're playing against each other, every tournament. So it's good to have an influx of new blood, new players, players who can hopefully encourage them to train harder and extend their games to higher heights. And so it's all part of the developmental exercise of tennis, BLTA, supported by the regional body, which is COTEC, and then ultimately supported by the International Tennis Federation.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Hello, everyone. This is Tony Williams back with a special promotion from BahamasAir.com and GoGo Florida. The $100 deposit is back, but it's only on your debit card. So whether you're renting that sedan, SUV, or spacious minivan for group or family trips, keep your cash in your pocket. Only Dollar Thrifty is making it convenient for you. Your $100 deposit held on your debit card. Available at Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and Orlando. Book early and save your 8-passenger minivan for your holiday shopping spree.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever sand dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
Do you hear that? That's Junkanoo. And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkanoo parades. The most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkanoo advertising package and be a part of Junkanoo on the ZNS TV network.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Jimmy. We have just a few clouds this evening. Temperature at 81 degrees. Relative humidity 71%. We have east-northeast winds at 11 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,017.7 millibars. That's 30.05 inches. And your temperatures around the Fami Islands this evening. 81 degrees in Marsh Harp, Abaco, Green Tulkey at 80 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands, 82. Alistown, Bimini, they have a temperature of 80 degrees, 81 in Harbour Island. Rock Sound, Eleuthera, 81 as well. Fresh Creek, Central Landers at 82 degrees. In Black Point, Exuma, 82. Kemp Space, Andros, 82 degrees. And we have another set of 82s in Outer Sound, Cat Island, San Salvador, and in Rum Key, in Rygat Island, Clarenstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. The mercury column at 83. Betsy Bay, Maguana, 84, 84 in Acklands, Matchy, Taninago, 82, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at a warm 85 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight through tomorrow for all areas. The winds are going to be east to northeast, 10 to 15 knots, but those winds will be increasing 12 to 18 knots. Wave heights initially 2 to 4 feet, building 3 to 6 feet over the ocean. Now your low tide, that will take place at 58 minutes past midnight. You have another high tide at 7:19 tomorrow morning. And in the tropics, nothing yet happening. We're very close to the end of the tropical cyclone season, but our computer models are suggesting that an area of low pressure will form somewhere here in the central Caribbean Sea by the middle of the week, and that will trek towards the northeast, and probably by the weekend could come very close to the southeast bombers, increasing the chance of showers over that part of the country. And then in the Gulf of Mexico, we have this area of low pressure system. This is going to continue to pump moisture by the middle of the week across the northwest Bahamas, so we will see an increase in clouds as of Tuesday with showers and thunderstorms developing. And tonight, it's going to be pretty nice, partly cloudy, still on the warm side with your low temperature around 74. And tomorrow, breezy in the morning with clouds beginning to increase in the late afternoon, high temperature getting up to 83 degrees. And your extended weather forecast looking like this. You will see those clouds continue to increase through Tuesday. By Wednesday, showers and thunderstorms developing, some of which could be heavy at times, and that will linger around right into Friday before things start to clear over the weekend. Jimmy.
Thanks, Basil, and that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.